For as long as I can remember, I've been interested in trains. As I got older, I came to find out that there is an entire community of people who literally take pictures of trains in cool places for fun. Once or twice a month, I become one of those people. I'm lucky to live close to one of the busiest mountain railroading lines in the world, BNSF's Cajon subdivision. Here, some photo spots are named after legends of the yard, like Herbert Sullivan or Richard Steinheimer. People like those guys told a story that would have never been told without their cameras and their love for the rails. I tend to gravitate towards these spots because of their sheer beauty. However, I'm trying to make a name for myself too in this art form. So I just made it to Cajon. This is probably like one of my favorite train spotting, whatever you want to call it, spots in the world, because it's where I grew up, sort of. You know, I just want to see this one train coming up, and it has a -9 on it. And I haven't seen a train with a -9 on the point in so long, and it's just, it feels so weird. Like, this train's coming up, and when I was on my way up, I could see it. So we're just gonna wait for it and see what happens, you know? But a big part of this hobby is taking pictures of machines before they are gone. All engines on modern day railroads have an average runtime of 20 to 30 years, and -9s are quickly approaching that barrier. At some point in the coming years, all -9s will either be rebuilt into a different engine, sold, or scrapped. When I was 13, a 38-year-old Canadian National -8, one of 7, nicknamed Blue Devils, made its way to Southern California. On its way out, I captured the only known footage of a Canadian National Blue Devil -8 traversing Cajon Pass, something that I'm really proud of my 13-year-old self for capturing. However, this locomotive was scrapped a year and a half later. Nothing truly lasts forever, and that's why we were out here capturing it. I've actually seen like the second to last engine on that. I think it's number like 981 before. I was up in Tehachapi like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and that train or that engine was, I think it was a DPU on that train too. But that's pretty cool. I've seen that guy before, and yeah, maybe I can catch it again at Summit. I don't know. We'll see where the day takes me, I guess. Summit has a special place in my heart. Before 1970, Summit had a small train order station and a small yard that was dismantled in a track realignment. However, before this realignment, a train order writer named Chard Walker documented the movements of trains over Cajon Pass from the late 1940s and into the 60s, capturing the stories of true blue-collar railroad workers in his book, Cajon, The Passage to the Pacific. Me being a really big Steam fan, I'm pretty appreciative of his efforts. It is so freaking cold out here, dude. I know people back east watching this are gonna be like, oh, 48 degrees, that's nothing. Dude, I'm from Southern California, man. It's like, I was out there and I was like shivering, dude. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Green lights are the best thing you want to see in rail fanning, because then you know you're not going to be bored for 2 hours just waiting for nothing. So now I know something's coming, and I know something's coming up from the west too, because we just saw that train down there. So like we could see a meet, and there's another train like stopped like right over here, tied down I think, but yeah, it looks pretty good.
Nothing cool on it, but that was really cool. That was really cool. So,
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me how
My friends at school sometimes clown me for liking trains, but I don't really care, honestly. It's relaxing in my opinion. But I do sometimes wonder why people like me do the things that I do. To be real, when I think of it from an outside perspective, having an interest in trains of all things is pretty out of the ordinary. It's the same thing as people liking cars or football, just you don't really see people that like trains very often.
where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know.
But when you look a bit further, I've met people who appreciate trains just as much as myself. And some of these people are some of my best friends today. It's nerdy, and as Paul Sprinkowski once said, there's something to be said about people who are passionate about something very obscure.
Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air.
So I'm here at this place called Hill 582, and basically this place is like a really big part of Cajon past history. This place is like built for rail fans, by rail fans, and built by the people who like adore the railroad. I've been coming here since I was little, you know, like I love this place. It's like one of the best places to watch trains in Southern California. And just this place in general, like Hill 582, it's beautiful. The hill keepers of Hill 582 are rail fans that keep the hill in tip-top shape year-round. Even the local wildlife seem to have a certain draw to the hill. At the hill, there's an old geocache with a set of notebooks inside for visitors to write down their experiences at the hill. Over the years, I've written in many of these notebooks. Always treat them with care. They always hold the memories of families who adore the hill and what it stands for. My parents told me this a while back, but wherever I seem to go, going places in sports, other interests that I have, my heart always seems to come back to trains, as if it's my destiny to be a part of this somehow. Maybe someday, I too will be a part of the vast history of the rails. I have dreams inside trains that I've dreamt of since I was a kid. Maybe you'll hear more of me.